Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya for seekers of God. Spiritual Talks of Mahapurush Swami Shivananda. Chapter number 70, page 184, episode 153. Spiritual Atmosphere of the Nilgiris, Uti, Udakamand, is discussed here. Place Udakamand, time 1926. Mahapurush Ji reached the Nilgiri hills from Madras on the 4th June and stayed there at Sri Hathiramji Mutt, the summer residence of the head of the temple of Balaji at Tirupati. The climate of Uttakamand is very salubrious and the scenery charming. The altitude of the place is about 8,000 feet above sea level. In those days, it was also the summer residence of the governor of Madras. Mahapurush Ji had visited it once before in 1924, when he had stayed for some months at Kunur, about 10 miles from Uttakamand. At that time, Mahapurush Maharaj had laid the foundation stone of the Ramakrishna ashrama at Uttakamand. After coming here, Mahapurush Ji spent his time mostly by himself. He did not much like to mix with people. All the same, the local devotees came to him every afternoon, heard him talk on spiritual matters, and returned home with his blessings and their hearts full of joy. Mahapurush Maharaj's spiritual disposition began to attract more and more devotees. Apart from such spiritual ministration, Mahapurush Maharaj remained absorbed in his own self, merged in the infinite Brahman, the existence, knowledge, bliss absolute, Satyeshananda. Mahapurush Maharaj's mind seemed to be getting gradually more and more withdrawn from the things of the world, and he became more reserved and indrawn. The only expression of life on the ordinary human plane that one could notice in him in those days was when he talked and kept company with the simple hill boys and girls. When he went out for his walk in the morning and evening, he used to have in his pockets a few sweets and coins, which he distributed on the way among those innocent children, and he mixed with them wholeheartedly as though he was one of themselves. When he sat alone in his room in Sri Hathiramji Mutt, he closed his eyes, or he looked at something far away with vacant eyes, as if his mind travelled in some supersensuous plane. One felt odd when approaching him at such moments. Often he would say that he would free himself from all the responsibilities of the head of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna mission and spend the rest of his days in the deep solitude of the Nilgiri hills. His mind remained completely detached from everything, above all mundane entanglements. To be continued. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.